Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Over the Potato. This is Hearts of Iron 4 Man the Guns, Unite the Anglosphere. Indeed, we've got a little bit left before we have to declare war on Iran. I think we've got about 2 months or so. The one problem that I think that we do have at the moment, the one real big problem is that at the moment, we've got no manpower. And that is really going to hurt us in... That is really going to hurt us in this conflict. Current manpower is 33%. That is just abysmal. That is really, really, really poor. I mean, I'm feeling that... Ooh, okay. I'm feeling that maybe we don't even attack at the moment. I know that there is some negative modifier if you don't attack in the time that they allot you. I think that whatever that modifier is, I'm gonna have to take it, I think, because I do not think that we are remotely in a position to attack. We've already got rid of all of our dudes from the recruitment, so that's fine, but we have 0 free manpower. Holy cow. Yeah, it's just not ideal whatsoever. Well, we're going to need to think up some way of fixing that. The problem is that if we want to change our conscription, limited conscription to extensive conscription, we need to either be fascist or communist, or we need to be at war and the opponent needs to be pretty darned estimated enemy's strength ratio of 50% or more compared to our army. And so the only people that would really pass muster on that, unfortunately, might be India. Might happen with India, but most probably like the Soviet Union or someone like that. It needs to be a big opponent, someone to justify us changing our subscription model. It's almost 1943, so for that reason, we're going to start working on a whole bunch of industry stuff. We'll start with construction and sort of work our way along. We got the nuclear scientist. We got the nuclear scientist in the last episode. That's fine. That's fine. Decisions. Let's do the military parade. I do eventually want to get a military dictatorship in Malaya, and we're also at the moment fermenting an imperialist uprising in Canada, which is going to be fun. Develop some oil fields. Where is it? Ah, it's in the... It's in our recently conquered territory. Well, I will quite happily develop some oil fields at the cost of some civilian factories for a little while. It's not going to take too long. 15 civilian factories, I will happily pay that price. Anything else that we've really got to look forward to, really? Not particularly. Promises of peace, I'm not really interested in making that happen. Anti-democratic raids, not really necessary. Improved working conditions, consumer goods factories, 5, max stability, factory output, maybe, but it's not really worth it. War propaganda in general, we don't really need to. We're quite well served when it comes to war support at the moment. The Southern Africa troops that all used to be based down in, well, this area. Oh, you're still around here. We need to get you assigned to someone else. Sure. There we go. Alright, fine. Reassign you. Looking good. Okay, fine. Happy days. It's not exactly super happy, but it is what it is. We're not gonna be able to go to war. We're not gonna be able to go to war yet. There's just simply no way that we can do it. We just have absolutely no manpower, which makes me think that maybe India would be a great place to go next. Do we have We don't have any war goals on them quite yet, but they are kind of unique in the fact that they are all completely diplomatically isolated, which is fantastic. All of the three countries, United States is volunteers from Burma, Philippines is volunteers from Burma. That's fine. Neither of those things really matter for us. The only thing is that I really, really, really wanted to... Ooh, the Free Canadian Republic declared war on Canada. That is a horrific flag, I must say, but you know what? These are going to be my guys. Imperialist Canada. Oh man, that is fantastic. Fantastic news. Okay, we're going to send them some volunteers. I should probably split this force up because I don't imagine that I'm going to be able to send 20 troops. How many can I send? 5? I can send 5 troops. Alright. Let's do all of our best guys in this area. Create a brand new one. And then we will send these volunteers to fight in Canada. There we go. There we go. They will allow us to fight. Fantastic. I was away to say that I would expect them to join the Axis, and they did indeed do that. So they did not disappoint on that front. The war goal is about to expire in about 7 days or so. As I say, I don't actually know what the modifier is, but there is some negative modifier. There is some penalty. I think at this point we just have to accept that we literally have no manpower, and if we cannot even replenish our own troops on the border, then we're not going to be able to take on Iran. That's just not something that we're going to be able to do. So we'll suck it up. Political power -30, gain base war support -5, change in popularity of fascism -5. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, the 30 political power is not exactly ideal, and the war support is not exactly ideal, but that's a price that I think we're willing to pay. We don't have a war goal on them anymore. As I say, it's unfortunate, but hey-ho. So we've got one of two opportunities. One is to try and wait for some of our manpower to recover. Don't get me wrong. Oh, beautiful. Let's go and have a little look and see what's going on in Canada. All right, you guys. We need to put a general in charge of you. Sure. I'm not going to faff around with that at the moment. There we go. In fact, no, you know what? Let's redo that. I can do better. There we go. Alright. So, we've pretty much doubled their entire army strength. So, that's pretty darn good, actually. And I imagine that we're probably going to see Canada fall fairly quickly, because they really do not have, I don't think that they have many troops over in this part of the world, which is actually quite nice. Also, what I was thinking about during the time between episodes, one of the ways that we can obviously get into India is through our base in Sri Lanka. You know, the Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, we can get in via Sri Lanka. That's fine. However, we also want to perhaps take advantage of the fact that we can get in via a land route, and that land route would be in through British Malaya. We got quite a lot of troops over here that are actually ready to go. Now we'd need to get access through Siam. Alternatively, we could just conquer Siam. In fact, conquering Siam might not be the craziest thing in the world. It wouldn't even take that long, to be honest. It would only take 24 political power. All right, you know what? Let's try and go and conquer Siam, and then that will give us a way in through Burma, and then into Bangladesh, and then into India, and then into Pakistan. And conversely, if we still haven't solved our manpower problem, then, you know, we just won't go in via Iran, because, I mean, this is going to be a horrific environment in which to fight. I mean, desert, mountains, I mean, it's just It's just awful. This is an awful, awful area to fight, and I dread to think of the number of troops that I've actually wasted just in the deserts of the Middle East. It just doesn't even bear thinking about. The point is that if we can get in via land, via Burma, that would be great. We got a couple of free civilian factories, and I think for that reason, actually, what's the supply looking like over here? The supply is looking totally fine. Build one more bit of infrastructure there. Sure. What else do we want to build? Ooh, I tell you what. We could build. Could build anti-air. Anti-air in Sri Lanka. We need to just generally start building up a little bit of anti-air. There's not much anti-air that we really need to worry about. However, it is something to consider. Radar station, we've already got radar, but let's get a slightly better radar station in all three places. Sure. There we go. Yeah, alright, that's fine. We also probably want to try and build the fort in Gibraltar to the maximum level. Yeah, fine. They're not going to be navally invading us. I'm not super worried about us being attacked from the sea in Gibraltar. That's fine. All right, good. Looking good. And that gives the civilian factory something to do. Man, the fact that we've got 0 manpower is just pretty abysmal. Hopefully, we can declare war on India, Bangladesh, and Burma, and that will allow us to bump up our recruitable population. Actually, you know what? Maybe our recruitable population will sort itself out before that time comes. I'm kind of hopeful that, you know, these guys are replenishing slowly but surely. It is happening, but it's just happening very, very slowly. Landward fortifications, Hong Kong. We've already beefed up Singapore, which is quite nice. But can't hurt to do the same in Hong Kong as well. It's just not strictly relevant for us right now. What I think we want to do is reclaim the crown. Imperial conscription. Ooh, that is going to be fantastic for us. And I am absolutely going to exploit that. And that will allow us to train up. And that will allow us to use Malayan manpower to train troops. Holy cow. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit interesting, actually. Okay, let's see about this. We got a lot of submarines here. We got a lot of submarines in this area. Right. What are you doing? Why is this not working? Yes, sir. I can't click on the reserve fleet for some reason. Alright, it doesn't particularly matter because we can just bring across another fleet. Over here, which is fine. We'll just get you to patrol in that area. Perfect. Yeah, you guys can stop patrolling. Yeah, fine. Yeah, we need you to come across here. There we go. Perfect. Great. Okay, an invite to join the Axis. As always, I will be declining. That's not the way I operate. Okay, we need to sort of get our stuff together in Malaya. I'm feeling that right now it would be delightful to have a dictator. But, hey-ho. What can I do? We'll definitely be able to do a naval invasion. It's just whether or not we really want to. That's the question. Can we set up for a naval invasion before we go? I I think we can. Yeah, alright. Let's do that then. Alright, let's prep for a naval invasion. Let's prep for a naval invasion. It's gonna take 70 days to do, but no worries. No worries whatsoever. Okay. Calls for war against Siam, fine, whatever. Intel to dare sending an invasion through the Gulf of Thailand. Really? I thought I... Oh, it's because the boat... Where the heck did the boats go? Where's the... Moving to the Red Sea? Yeah, I don't want you to patrol in the Red Sea. Why is this... Hold on a minute. Why is this not doing what I want it to do? You, yes. Yeah. And then patrol. And then right click. Excuse me? This is I really detest this system of patrolling. Look, is that better now? Have I fixed this issue? There we go. Alright, great. Get back and start patrolling the Gulf of Thailand. That's all I care about at the moment. Just so that I can have sufficient intel. If I can sweep in behind these troops, that would be a huge steal. That maybe I don't try and go for there. Maybe I just try and go for... like, here? Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe that's just the ticket, actually. Right, there. And then there. Right, let's give that a shot. Let's give that a shot. See if it makes any difference. I know we're just talking pie in the sky strategy at the moment, but it'll become real very, very soon indeed. Industry, yep. We want to do dispersed industry. We're pretty much maxed out everywhere, really, in the UK anyway. When it comes to factories and whatnot, we're very, very close. Very, very close to maxing out. How are we doing in Canada? Actually, I haven't actually executed my my mission as of yet. Some divisions are not in position. How are you still moving around? It's because we're doing such a darn good job of taking out Canada. It's fantastic. The war escalates. The Mexican Socialist Republic joins the Axis. Well, that's not something that I really saw coming. How are we doing manpower-wise over here? Oh my goodness. Manpower is 16% on you. Oh my goodness, we're just getting cream crackered here. Alright, we can't actually attack, I don't think. We just have to take it easy. Yeah. Well, it looks like finally a bunch of other nations are coming to help out, which is lovely. Very, very nice indeed, I would say. And I think that we're going to be able to win. Canada's certainly got a couple of troops just chilling around. Oh my goodness. I did not realize that Imperialist Canada had managed to do something over here. I presume that someone navally invaded, whether it's I think that's Venezuela or nationalist Spain. Either of those things, I'm kind of fine with happening. Okay. We've got a lot of troops in the UK that I'm thinking we might need to start utilizing them. But now does not really feel like the right time. We would have to move them halfway across the world, and I don't really want to see that happen. But going back to over here, we lack sufficient intel. Really? What? How? Alright, hold on a minute. I need to remove... No. Yeah, but I don't want to... I want to... There we go. Okay. Fine. There we go. Fine. So we got one fleet patrolling in each region, which is exactly what I wanted all this time. It just took us 20 stinking minutes to get there. Whenever the justification is done, we're going to be able to go. We're just going to be able to go straight away and attack Siam. It's hopefully going to be quite a quick conflict. That's great. More industry stuff for me. I can smell the industry. Fuel gain, I'm not actually super bothered about fuel gain at the moment. Production efficiency cap, production efficiency growth, or production efficiency retention, production efficiency cap. To be honest, I think retention is arguably way better. Yeah, I think retention is better. I think retention is definitely better. Maybe that's just me, but it definitely sounds better. French war against the legionnaires of Bulgaria. Honestly, what is even happening in Europe? I don't even understand. Like, it seems pretty stagnant in terms of what's going down. So I'm wondering what is actually gonna be the sort of final nail in the coffin, if you'd like. Part of the problem is that, as I've said all along, Italy hasn't been involved in doing anything. Like, Italy has been useless this whole entire time. And it's because of me as well, because I had the which one is it? The isolate the Mediterranean threat. That's the one. And that Germany clearly decided to go with me, which is quite nice. But we still have not... Oh my goodness. I was worrying about what was going on in Europe. Turns out it doesn't actually matter what's going on in Europe, because... What the heck is this? The imperialist Kwatong territories is where the real proxy war of the world is happening right now, apparently. And it's the communists and everyone, actually. It's the entirety of China against the Germans, pretty much, I think. 1943, we can do the nuclear reactors and the experimental rockets. Both of those I'm going to actually do. Will unlock the ability for us to get rocket sites, and more importantly, we'll be able to get nukes, which is something that I'm pretty darn excited about. I must hasten to add. Have we got any decisions that we can take advantage of at the moment? Don't look like there's much that we can do. Australian imperialist uprising, New Zealand imperialist uprising. Both of those things I'm interested in doing, and both of those things we are going to be doing. Definitely, for sure. For sure. We can modify the government. We've got 150 political power. If only there was something which gave us more stinking manpower. But unfortunately, there is not. Screen attack, special forces attack plus 20%. Hey, that'd be great, but unfortunately. Amphibious invasion speed plus 15%. That would be nice. That'd be really nice. Infantry division attack, infantry defense. I think we want to take you, to be honest. You're pretty darn good. I think you're exactly the sort of person that we need at a time like this. Also, our insufficient resources are pretty much entirely steel. I'm not worried about it too much. Imperial conscription. Imperial conscription. Non-core manpower plus 10%. British Malaya gains national spirit, which daily autonomy progress -1. Alright, fine. Maybe we can get British Malaya to the point of you can't boost popularity of ideologies, and your ideology's popularity can't be boosted. Alright, that's disappointing. Maybe we could get to the point of making this guy a dictator. It never seemed very important before, but apparently it is now. Excavation, yes, let's get excavation, I suppose. Quite a lot of important research projects going on right now, so that's pretty darn good. We're definitely going to be calling British Malaya in with us to this war, so I'm hoping that they are going to be able to hold off all of the troops over in this area. I'm also hoping that we're just going to be able to quite simply nip round the back and surround everyone. That's what my plan is. It pretty much is as simple as that. Also, I need to start using this. Motives of Siam, yeah, whatever. How long left? We're about a month away, I think, actually. We're about a month away. Yeah, 28th of May. In fact, we're exactly a month away. Okay, great. Perfect. The military invasion, or should I say the naval invasion, is just about ready. China is, I mean, wowzers. There's so many troops here. There are so many troops. I honestly wish I could see what was going on the other side of the conflict, because from my perspective, it looks like there is just an overwhelming number of troops belonging to the Axis. But it's okay. I've got my little base down here, Hong Kong, and you know what? In fact, that's probably a pretty darn good time to build a couple of land forts in Hong Kong. There we go. Get a couple of land forts, and by a couple I mean, like, let's build them all. They only cost 500 to build. They're actually quite cheap. Let's also do... Let's get a radar station. Sure. Let's get anti-air. All of that nonsense. Let's get it all built out in Hong Kong. Apparently we're going to hold out in Hong Kong forever. There we go. That's the Soviet Union over there? How is this? The Soviet Union is actually at war with the French Commune, which is just remarkable, to be honest. Absolutely remarkable. I still don't understand how that managed to manifest, but it did, and therefore that's where we are. I'm so unbelievably terrified that we're just never going to recover from this massive manpower loss. We will eventually recover, but of course we're going to have to, you know... Hold a minute, are these all my troops? Do I get to control these troops? I get to control these troops. Oh, there we go then. Well, that's great. Well, why don't you head on over here and get yourselves entrenched? Oh, okay. So that's the only troop that doesn't belong to me. But I apparently get these, whatever these are called. These are, what's the name of them? Like Dominion troops or something. I don't think I can train them. Colonial garrison? No, it's not that. Alright, but let's get you guys up here to defend, and more importantly, just get yourself entrenched. Because that's honestly what really matters. In fact, we could probably try and get you somebody that could entrench a little bit better. Maybe get higher defenses. Attack, no. Promotion cost, no. Attack, planning, no, I'm not interested in attack at all. I know that someone's got an entrench. Great. Siam has finished. Beautiful. Who's cheaper to promote? Yeah, great. Sure, let's get you in charge. Pretty much because I just clicked on someone, I promoted them, and then abruptly forgot who I promoted, and therefore I don't want to bother just thinking about it ever again. Yeah, you guys are going to need to get an offensive line up to about there, which kind of terrifies me that this is even going to happen, because I'm just so worried about the manpower. I mean, at the moment, we're fully stocked on manpower in this side of the world. That's great and all, but you know, it's not going to last forever, and we got to be careful. Anyway, ladies and gents, thank you very, very much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to be going up against Siam. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.